Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner, said the first $100,000 is a real struggle. That wasn't motivational fluff. That was him doing math out loud. Hit subscribe if you want to keep running the real math with me. Here's the visual I need you to hold right now. Two people, $0 each. Person A saves $500 every month, grinds for 10 years, reaches $100,000. Person B already has $100,000 sitting in the market. Does nothing. Person B hits the same milestone in 6 years without adding a single dollar. What if the reason you feel broke isn't your income? What if you just haven't crossed the one number that changes everything? That's not a rhetorical question. That's the entire video. Stay with me. Drop a like if that visual already hit different. Now, let's do the math. Let's kill the motivational nonsense. Let's talk cold, hard numbers instead. Because once you see this, you'll understand why $100,000 is a physics problem. Start HE0, put nothing in the market. A 10% return gives you zero. Save $10,000. A 10% return gives you $1,000 for the year. That's $83 a month. That won't cover your phone bill. Now, cross $100,000. That same 10% return gives you $10,000 in 1 year. That's $833 every single month generated while you slept. The percentage didn't change. The math didn't change. Only the base changed. And that base is everything. That's the trap nobody draws on a whiteboard. There are 3 zones between $0 and $100,000. Each one feels completely different. $0 to $50,000. I call this the dead zone. It earns that name. Your savings rate is almost everything here. The market barely helps you yet. You are the engine. Every dollar exists because you personally put it there. Compounding exists in this zone the way a seed exists underground, technically alive, completely invisible. That's why it feels like running in sand. Because it is running in sand. And nobody told you that was normal. Then $50,000 to $100,000, the transition zone. Something quietly shifts here. A good market year might add $5,000 automatically. You start noticing, believing, compounding is whispering now, not screaming. But it's finally there. Then $100,000. The breakthrough zone. The market becomes your second job. Every 1% gain puts over $1,000 in your account without a single action from you. The game is now fundamentally different. Not because you changed, because the math finally changed sides. But here's what nobody warns you about. It's not just the math that's brutal. It's what's happening inside your brain while the math grinds slowly away. Every person who quit saving quit in the same window. Always. Somewhere between $8,000 and $40,000. Not because they ran out of discipline, because of something called proportional progress blindness. And it's invisible until it isn't. Saving $1,000 when you have $0. That's 100% of your wealth. Enormous. Saving $1,000 when you have $30,000, that's 3.3% progress. It feels pointless. The action is identical. The math behind it is identical. The feeling is not. Your brain measures progress in proportions, not absolutes. And proportions betray you here. That same $1,000 deposit at $30,000 is doing exactly what it did at $0. But it doesn't feel that way. And feelings are what make people quit. That's trap 1. Here's trap 2, and this one is sneakier. You get a raise. Suddenly you deserve a better car, a nicer apartment, better food. The hedonic treadmill resets your baseline quietly, automatically, without your permission. Here's the number that should make you uncomfortable. Listen carefully to this one. Someone earning $40,000 and saving 20% reaches $100,000 faster than someone earning $80,000 saving 5%. The $40,000 earner wins. Every time, income is not the variable. Rate is. Lifestyle inflation doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like progress. That's the danger. Trap 3, the comparison trap. And social media made this one catastrophic. Instagram shows you your peers' vacation, not their credit card statement. never they're dead. The people who look rich at 28 are statistically broke by 38. Research consistently shows social comparison is the #1 trigger for impulse spending. Number one, you're not comparing yourself to your friends, you're comparing yourself to their highlight reel and spending real money to compete with something that was never real to begin with. Trap 4, delayed gratification fatigue. And this one ends more journeys than any other. Willpower is a depletable resource. Science has documented this repeatedly. It runs out. Just be disciplined is the worst financial advice ever given. It ignores human biology entirely. The longer you rely on willpower alone, the more certain your system will eventually fail. Systems beat willpower. Always. We'll get to the systems in a moment. So the math is against you, your brain is against you, your feet is against you. How does anyone actually get there? Let me show you the identity shift first. Because the blueprint only works after this one thing changes inside you. The people who hit $100,000 don't just budget differently. They think differently. They stopped asking, can I afford this? They started asking a completely different question. Will this make me richer or poorer in 5 years? That's the whole reframe. Consumers ask what they can buy. Builders ask, what can pay them back? Every $100 you don't spend is a soldier you're sending to work for you. That soldier works nights, works weekends, never calls in sick, never asks for a raise. But you have to send this soldier. That's the part that requires the identity shift. The single most powerful habit responsible for more millionaires than any investment strategy. Pay yourself first. Automate your savings the moment your paycheck lands. Before you see it, before you touch it, you cannot spend what never enters your checking account. That's not discipline. That's architecture. Now let's reframe something. The internet has gotten completely wrong about frugality. Frugal people aren't cheap. They aren't depriving themselves. They are strategic. There's a difference. Every skip dinner out is a vote for your future self. Cast deliberately, not resentfully. Let me make this vivid instead of preachy. $6 a day on coffee. That's $2,190 a year over 10 years, invested at 8%. That's $32,000. That's a car. That's 8 months of living expenses. That's your emergency fund, fully funded. The coffee isn't the villain. The unconscious habit is. Name it, then decide. Now let's get tactical. 4 phases. Each one has a different enemy, a different strategy. Miss the phase you're actually in, and you'll spin your wheels for years. Phase 1, $0 to $10,000. I call this survival mode. Your one job here is building an emergency fund and killing high-interest debt. The enemy in this phase is not laziness. The enemy is a single unexpected emergency. 1 broken transmission, 1 medical bill, 1 month of unemployment. Back to 0. Every chimney. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account currently paying 4 to 5% APY. That's your armor. Build it before anything else. Nothing else matters yet. If you're carrying credit card debt above 8%, don't invest yet. Pay that first. A guaranteed 20% return by eliminating 20% interest debt beats any market strategy. Always. Your milestone here is psychological, not numerical. First, $10,000 means emergencies no longer bankrupt you. That feeling, that specific feeling of not being one bad week from 0, that's the foundation. Phase 2, $10,000 to $30,000. Momentum building. The enemy here isn't math. It's the lifestyle inflation that follows your first real raise. Maxed your employer's 401k match the moment you're eligible. Non-negotiable. That's an instant 50 to 100% return. No investment in the history of finance beats free matching money. 0, not 1. Open a Roth IRA if you're eligible. Tax-free growth for decades. Start it now and find $300 to $500 in extra monthly income. Freelance overtime. Anything that extra $400 a month compresses your timeline by years, not months, years. Phase 3, $30,000 to $70,000. the dark valley. This is where most people quit. This is the phase that ends more financial journeys than any other. The enemy here is the feeling that nothing is working. That feeling is lying to you. Track your net worth monthly, not daily. Daily tracking in this phase is psychological torture. Find one accountability partner. One person who knows your number and checks in. One, research on goal achievement consistently shows shared accountability dramatically increases follow-through rates. And increase your income aggressively here. Negotiate, promote, stack skills. This phase rewards income growth most. The 1% rule, every raise you receive, immediately save 50% of the increase before spending it. You never felt that money. You don't miss it. But over 3 years, it compounds visibly. Here's what nobody tells you about the dark valley. The market is doing more than you feel. At $50,000, a single good market year quietly adds $4,000 to $5,000 while you sleep. That's a full month of saving, generated automatically, while you felt like nothing was happening. The valley isn't empty. You just can't see the work being done yet. Phase 4, $70,000 to $100,000. The finish line sprint. You are close. This is not the time to get creative. Stay boring. Stay consistent. The enemy here is reward spending. I've worked so hard. I deserve something nice. You do deserve something. You deserve to cross the line first. Celebrate after $100,000. Not before. Don't touch individual stocks here. Don't gamble on crypto. Don't move the goalposts. Dial up your savings rate. If anything, you are sprinting now. Treat it like one. Visualize the milestone concretely, not the number. What does your life look like at $100,000? What risk can you take that you can't take now? What conversation changes? What fear disappears? Hold that image. Let it pull you across the finish line. Then, and only then, celebrate. You are promised in this title that it gets easier. Here's exactly why. And it's not hype. At $100,000, an average market year adds $8,000 to $12,000 to your account automatically. That's $700 to $1,000 every single month. Without your involvement, without your sacrifice, without your attention. Suddenly your money has a second job, and that second job never takes a day off. Here's the snowball math that should make you emotional if you let it land. Going from $100,000 to $200,000 historically takes roughly half the time it took reaching $100,000. Going from $200,000 to $400,000, half of that again. The acceleration never stops. Never. But it's not just the math that changes. The feeling changes completely. And that matters enormously. Growth becomes emotionally perceptible for the first time. You can see the snowball moving now. You can take career risks you couldn't take before. Negotiate from strength, not desperation. You sleep better. And sleep quality correlates directly with decision quality. That's not poetic. That's documented. The second $100,000 is a completely different game. Less sacrifice, more optimization. You shift from how do I save more to how do I deploy this best. Real estate, index funds, bonds, business, ownership. These are now conversations you can actually have. Munger said the first $100,000 is a B***. He also said something else. Listen, he said once you have it, the compounding just starts to kick in. He wasn't being poetic. At his level, $100,000 was producing $10,000 a year in returns. That $10,000 became $11,000. That $11,000 became $12,100. The snowball never stops rolling. And it started for him, for every wealthy person you've ever admired, with that brutal first $100,000. Now let's protect everything you just built. 5 mistakes that reset people back to zero. Fast. No hand-holding. Run through this list and be honest with yourself. 1, touching your emergency fund for non-emergencies, but it was such a good deal. A TV is not an emergency. A sale is not an emergency. Your emergency fund is armor. Keep it to investing in individual stocks before building your base. Excitement is not a strategy. Index funds first. Always. Individual stocks are for after the foundation is solid, not before. 3. Waiting for the right time to start. There is no right time. There never was. Time in the market beats timing the market. Every decade of data proves this. Every single one. For telling everyone your financial goals. This one has actual science behind it. Sharing a goal creates a social reward that mimics the reward of achieving it. Your brain gets lazy, tell nobody. Let your account balance do the talking. In 5 years, they'll ask your secret. 5. Canceling your 401k contribution to get a raise. You are giving back free money that match your employer offers. That disappears the moment you stop contributing. Gone. Irreversible. Dumb. We started this video with Munger's words. We end with the truth inside them. The first $100,000 is brutal. The math is against you. Your brain is against you. Your social circle without meaning to is against you too. All of it is real. But here's what they never put in thumbnails. Every single person who crossed $100,000 looked back and said the same thing. Not, I wish it had been easier. Every one of them said, I wish I had started sooner. Because the grind was the point. The discipline you build on the way to $100,000. That discipline is worth more than the $100,000 itself. It goes with you everywhere after this. Comment below right now. What phase are you in? 0 days, $, dollar, 30,000, $70,000. Drop your number. Let's see where this community actually stands. I read every single one. Drop a like if this gave you a new way to think about your money and your time. Next week, what to actually do with your money once you hit $100,000. The exact allocation, the exact strategy, the exact order. I'll see you there.